Modern strength is loud shouting online, proving yourself, arguing, and defending your image. But real strength, it's usually quiet. The Shaolin monks trained their minds to be still, even as their world demanded movement. In a culture addicted to chaos, their ancient balance feels almost impossible. Until you understand it, let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt strong on the inside? Not because life was easy, but because your mind refused to break. They were never meant to be warriors. Shaolin monks began as spiritual seekers, but when bandits attacked their temple, peace alone wasn't enough. They trained their bodies to protect the silence they valued. From this tension, peace, and power, the Shaolin way was born. Not aggression, not retreat, balance. This wasn't a contradiction, it was a revelation. It was the understanding that to truly protect what is sacred, one must be capable of defending it. The temple walls weren't just stone and wood. They were a sanctuary for a profound state of mind, a place where tranquility was cultivated. The monks realized that this tranquility was not a given. It had to be earned and, if necessary, guarded. So, they began to move. Their spiritual discipline extended from the meditation cushion to the training grounds. Each movement became a form of moving meditation, each stance a lesson in resilience. The warrior was born from the monk, not to conquer the world, but to protect the inner peace they had fought so hard to find. It was a choice made not out of a desire for conflict, but out of a deep love for serenity. Shaolin strength doesn't begin with fists. It begins with breath, with attention, with a mind that doesn't run away from discomfort. Before they learned to strike, they learned to sit in silence, to watch their thoughts like passing clouds. Modern people skip this first step. We build bodies, careers, and reputations, but never the mind that holds it all. The foundation of a Shaolin monk is not their physical prowess, but their mental stillness. They understand that an uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy. It is the source of fear, anger, and distraction. Before a single punch is thrown, countless hours are spent in quiet observation. The goal is not to stop thoughts, but to stop being controlled by them, to see them rise and fall without judgment, without attachment. This is the real training. This is where true power is forged. We, in our modern rush, seek external solutions. We want a better gym, a better job, a better status. We build impressive structures on foundations of sand. The monks teach us that the most important construction is internal. Build the mind first. Make it a fortress of calm, a sanctuary of focus. Then, and only then, can anything you build in the outside world truly stand strong. A modern mind wants shortcuts. A Shaolin monk repeats one movement 10,000 times, not for perfection, but for presence. Repetition dissolves ego. It makes the body honest. And when you stop running from boredom, you grow the discipline to face anything. The monks learned this long before the world invented motivation videos. We are a culture obsessed with novelty and speed. We want the secret, the hack, the 5-minute solution. The Shaolin path is the opposite. It is a slow, deliberate, and often monotonous journey. A single form, a simple block, a basic kick, repeated until it is no longer a thought but an instinct. In this endless repetition, something magical happens. The part of you that complains, that gets bored, that wants to quit, that is the ego. And through repetition, the ego starves. It grows quiet. What remains is pure presence. You are not thinking about the movement. You are the movement. The body, stripped of the mind's interference, becomes brutally honest. It shows you your fatigue, your impatience, your lack of focus. By embracing this process, the monk develops a discipline that transcends the training hall. It is the discipline to stay calm in a crisis, to remain focused on a long-term goal, to find peace in the ordinary. This is the mastery that cannot be hacked. Shaolin monks didn't seek comfort, they sought truth. And truth often hurts. Standing on one leg for hours, holding stances until their muscles trembled. Not for suffering's sake, but because pain is a mirror. It shows what you avoid. It reveals where you're weak. And once you stop fearing pain, life loses its power to intimidate you. Our modern world is designed around the avoidance of discomfort. We have instant gratification, endless distractions, and solutions for every minor inconvenience. The Shaolin approach is to walk directly toward discomfort, not as a punishment, but as an education. The searing burn in the legs from a low horse stance isn't just a physical sensation, it is a teacher. It teaches patience. It teaches you about the voice in your head that begs you to stop. It reveals the boundary between what you think you can endure and what you can actually endure. By willingly entering this space of strain, the monks recalibrate their relationship with pain. They learn that it is temporary, that it is a signal, not a verdict. They transform it from an enemy to be feared into a guide to be respected. When you stop running from physical pain, you also stop running from emotional pain, from difficult conversations, from hard truths. You become resilient, not by building armor, but by realizing you are stronger than you ever imagined. Shaolin monks never trained to dominate. Every punch was a prayer, a reminder that strength without purpose is just violence. Today's strength is often confused with aggression, but a monk fights to end the fight, to defend the vulnerable, to preserve stillness. True power is gentle until it must become firm. The image of a warrior is often one of conquest and force, but the Shaolin warrior is fundamentally a guardian. Their martial skill is not a tool for ego, but a responsibility. The ultimate goal of any confrontation is not to win, but to restore peace as quickly as possible. This philosophy changes everything. It means a fight is a last resort, not a first instinct. It means that compassion is always the guiding principle. The strength is held in reserve, like a silent guardian watching over a sleeping village. It is a power that is formidable precisely because it does not need to be displayed. In a world that often celebrates the loudest and most aggressive voices, the Shaolin Way offers a different model of strength, one that is measured, purposeful, and rooted in a profound desire for harmony. It is the power to absorb a blow rather than to needlessly throw one. It is the wisdom to know when to stand firm and when to yield, all in service of a greater peace. Balance isn't a moment, it's a rhythm. Rest, train, reflect, repeat. The Shaolin lifestyle flowed like breath. Modern people sprint until they collapse. The monks moved like seasons. They understood something we forget. Life is sustainable only when balanced. Chaos outside doesn't matter when your rhythm inside is steady. We treat life like a race with a finish line, pushing ourselves to the point of burnout, believing that rest is a luxury we can't afford. The Shaolins see life as a cycle, a continuous flow. Their days are structured not around frantic productivity, but around a natural rhythm. There is a time for intense physical training, and there is a time for quiet meditation, a time for work and a time for rest, a time for solitude and a time for community. This isn't about finding a perfect, static point of balance. It's about creating a dynamic, flowing rhythm that can adapt and endure. It's like breathing. You cannot only inhale, you must also exhale. The monks built their lives around this principle. They knew that sustainable strength comes from alternating periods of effort and recovery. When you establish this inner rhythm, the chaos of the external world loses its grip. The deadlines, the demands, the noise, they can rage on the outside. But inside, you remain centered, moving to the steady beat of your own balanced life. Maybe you don't need a new life. Maybe you just need a stronger mind, a steadier rhythm, a deeper purpose. The world screams for your attention, but the Shaolin Way whispers something timeless. Strength without peace is weakness, and peace without strength is fragile. Become both, become whole. The path of the warrior monk is not about retreating to a remote temple. It is about building a temple inside yourself, right here in the middle of your modern life. It's about learning to sit in silence for 5 minutes amidst the noise. It's about choosing one small, disciplined action and repeating it, not for perfection, but for presence. It's about facing a small discomfort instead of running from it. It's about asking yourself what you are willing to protect. What piece is so valuable that you would become strong for it? You don't need to change everything at once. You just need to start. Find your breath, find your rhythm, find the quiet place within you that is both peaceful and powerful. The world will continue to be loud, but you no longer have to be. You can be the calm in the center of the storm, the silent strength that needs no announcement. Thank you for watching.